Juvenestum sumus, post jucundum juventutem, post malestam senectutem, nos habebitumus, nos habebitumus. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum quodlibet, vivat membra quodlibet, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore. Vita nostra brevis est, brevi finietur. Vita nostra brevis est, brevi finietur. Venit mors velociter, rapid nos atrociter, nemini parcetur, nemini parcetur.
Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Council of the University of Melbourne, it gives me very great pleasure to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. I acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, the traditional owners of the land on which this ceremony is taking place, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. Graduands, thank you for choosing to study at the University of Melbourne. We hope you have enjoyed your time here and embraced the educational, cultural and social opportunities offered by university life. The university has developed a distinctive curriculum model and ethos that prepares graduates to be professionals, leaders and citizens. It is our sincere hope that the Melbourne curriculum and the Melbourne experience has allowed you to prepare, explore your interests and make considered decisions about your future. To parents, relatives, partners, and all of those of you who have supported our graduands, on behalf of the university, I thank you, and I'm delighted that you are able to share in this occasion. In its long journey, the University of Melbourne has changed much and seen the demographic of its student body expand and diversify. In semester one this year, the university welcomed a cohort of 316 Indigenous students, our largest Indigenous enrolment for many years. This, among other changes, reflects the university's long-standing commitment to reconciliation and to bring about positive change for students and the wider nation. Melbourne graduates are distinguished by their broad outlook and openness to different perspectives. informed by the diverse backgrounds from which they come. The university is now welcoming students with increasingly varied backgrounds and motivations into its community, which is benefiting us all. The capacity to evaluate from alternative perspective develops attributes of the greatest professional value: understanding and awareness of self, critical and creative thinking, effective communication, and collaborative behaviours. Today, with graduation, you become part of a large alumni community spread across the world. In this increasingly interconnected world, there is an opportunity to nurture a lifelong relationship with your peers and with the wider university community. There may be many opportunities available to you to become an active member of the Melbourne alumni community. This may take the form of mentoring or attending seminars and workshops pertaining to your professional interests. There may be times in your future where you'll take up further study or re-engage with former classmates. I hope you will join our rich and diverse community of high-achieving alumni by upholding our core values as a public-spirited institution. Values of academic freedom, engagement in intellectual discourse, and the sharing of knowledge with other people and communities elsewhere. Now it is time to take your new knowledge and skills into the wider world and to put it into practice, to contribute to the community or communities in which you'll serve. I urge you to continue to learn, challenge expectations, and take action. It is your responsibility as a graduate of Melbourne and as a citizen of the world. Like so many endeavours, active citizenship is a purpose best developed through practice. May I now offer you my congratulations and sincere best wishes to each and every one of you. Thank you. I call on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Deputy Provost, Academic and Undergraduate, Professor Richard James, to introduce Professor Cordelia Fine, who has kindly agreed to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, this evening we're fortunate indeed to welcome as occasional speaker an internationally renowned author and academic psychologist, Professor Cordelia Fine. Cordelia is a professor in the School of Historical and Philosophical Studies here at the University of Melbourne. She's a graduate of Oxford University, Cambridge University and University College London, and author of several highly regarded books, including Delusions of Gender, The Real Science Behind Sex Differences, which was shortlisted for the Victorian Premier's Literary Award for Non-Fiction, and Testosterone Rex, Unmaking the Myths of Our Gendered Minds, which was praised in the New York Times as a funny, spiky book that gives reason to hope that we've heard Testosterone Rex's last roar. Cordelia has held research positions at Monash University, Australian National University and Macquarie University. She has been an ARC Future Fellow at the University of Melbourne. She is also the recipient of the inaugural Women's Leadership Institute of Australia Research Fellowship. Cordelia has been accurately described in the Library Journal as that rare academic who's also an excellent writer. It's a pleasure to invite Cordelia Fine to address us this evening. Please welcome her.
Chancellor, graduands and families, good evening. Last week, I was scrabbling about in the shed looking for something that I didn't find. Instead, I came across a small raft made of empty milk bottles fastened together with duct tape. It had been patiently constructed many years ago by one of my children, with the long-term goal of bobbing his way across the Bass Strait to Hobart, just as soon as the family had consumed enough milk to allow for a comfortable journey. The raft, unfinished, was moved from my son's bedroom to the shed, not because my son had abandoned his gloriously wild dream, but because he had graduated to an actual boat that enjoys the recognition of the sailing authorities as a seaworthy vessel. My own childhood bedroom, thousands of miles and nearly as many years from here and now, ended up crammed with the usual paraphernalia of adolescence, but most conspicuously, books. Fiction, feminism, psychology, zoology, ethics, including books by University of Melbourne arts graduates Germaine Greer and Peter Singer, whose ideas rearranged my thoughts and were no doubt part of the many influences that eventually brought me, many years later, to the School of Historical and Philosophical Studies. The proud parents and family here today will probably also be able to bring to mind the idiosyncratic assemblage of bits, bobs and books, constructions and contraptions, markers and music that they begged today's graduands to pick up off their bedroom floor or to play with more quietly, and to draw links with that with the course that those of you graduating today are charting. Some of you will have clear ideas as to the next destination, and others of you won't. But regardless, here is my one piece of advice. Find time to think about your purpose. By this, I mean, what do you want to do with the knowledge you've gained and the skills you've learned? What contributions do you want to make to your profession, your industry, or society? What would you like to achieve and learn? For what do you want to be remembered? So how do you find purpose, and why should you? Rutgers University philosopher Ruth Chang advises us to see hard choices, this job or that one, this career path or that, choices where there simply doesn't seem to be a right answer, as important opportunities to create our own reasons for taking the path that we do. Should your purpose be to build a great business that creates services or products that improve people's lives, to fight for social justice, to find and create paying audiences for the creative arts, to challenge people through comedy? Sometimes the world has no answer for which is the best alternative, so you need to create your own reasons to choose one over the others. To quote Chang, hard choices are precious opportunities for us to celebrate what is special about the human condition, that the reasons that govern our choices as correct or incorrect sometimes run out, and it is here, in the space of hard choices, that we have the power to create reasons for ourselves to become the distinctive people that we are. When we enjoy a strong sense of purpose, it can help us to keep going through dull or difficult periods, as many of you will know firsthand. But much more remarkably, evidence from social genomics, the study of how social and psychological factors influence gene expression and health, suggests that a strong sense of purpose can even serve as an antidote to some of the negative effects of stress, adversity, or loneliness on gene expression. Purpose isn't just good for your career, but perhaps also for your health. And it's also vital for organisations and institutions. There will quite likely be times in your professional lives when things happen at work that conflict with your ethical values. Industries, organisations, and people place themselves in ethical peril when individually or collectively they lose sight of their purpose, whether it's a finance industry that forgets that its purpose is to provide financial products that serve the needs of the community rather than merely maximally profitable ones, a scientific lab that loses sight of its purpose to produce reliable knowledge about nature rather than merely high-impact publications, or politicians who forget that their purpose is to serve society rather than themselves. An explicit awareness of your purpose will, by guiding what you say and do in your professional practice, help to maintain a healthy ethical culture. And if that culture isn't so healthy, it may also serve you well. At any level in an organisation, speaking up is hard and often risky, and a strong sense of purpose can be both a source of courage and of counter-arguments to others. I know all the parents and family in the room will recognise the waves of poignancy and pride that I felt on finding and remembering that milk bottle raft in the shed. Your graduation today marks a step change in achievement from your milk bottle raft days. You are now sailing in a University of Melbourne vessel, recognised and valued as first class around the world. So graduands, many congratulations. As a member of the arts faculty, it is a privilege to be part of the development of curiosity, discipline, character, knowledge, passions and skills that your parents and family began, and that is now culminated in the award of a bachelor, master's or doctoral degree. And it is our purpose to give society the gift of graduates with the attributes of academic distinction, active citizenship, integrity and self-awareness. So please help us to achieve our purpose by achieving yours. And then come back as alumni so that we can feel very proud of ourselves. And of course, even more proud of all of you. Congratulations.
On your behalf, ladies and gentlemen, I thank Professor Cordelia Fine for addressing us this evening. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of the University, I shall confer certain degrees. I call on Professor Janet Hurt, Deputy Vice President of the Academic Board.
Chancellor, I certify to you and to the University that the candidates now to be presented have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to certain degrees and are entitled to be admitted to the rank, privileges and responsibilities of those degrees.
I will now receive candidates for the admission to bachelor degrees and call on Associate Professor Timothy Lynch, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies and Research Training from the Faculty of Arts.
Chancellor, I present to you these candidates for admission to the following bachelor degrees.
For admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Lucy Elizabeth Kenny. For admission to the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Zoe Amy May Atterbury. Danielle Allison May Clancy. Amy Rose Dowd. Megan Jane Evans. Rex Paul Kane Hart. Jonathan Joseph Moore. Francis Vincent Tate.
I now call on Professor Gary McPherson, Ormond Chair and Director of the Melbourne Conservatorium of Music, from the faculty of the Victorian College of the Arts and the Melbourne Conservatorium of Music.
Chancellor, I present to you these candidates for admission to the following bachelor degrees.
For admission to the degree of Bachelor of Music, Sarah Louise Amos. Letitia Shane Atkinson. Grace Ellen Green. Stella Joseph Yareki. Michael Anthony Smith. Benjamin John Staker. Lok Him Chris Yuen. Kevin Kai Yun Zhang. For admission to the degree of Bachelor of Music, degree with honours, Kathleen Anna Freyan Divas. Jessica Kate Gregory. Hoi Yan Ng. Lewis Campbell Reid. Cameron Alexander Smith. Jessica Smith. For admission to the degree of Bachelor of Music, degree with honours and diploma in languages, Alicia May McGorlick.
Receive candidates for admission to master's degrees and call again on Associate Professor Lynch.
Chancellor, I present to you these candidates for admission to the following master degrees.
For admission to the degree of Executive Master of Arts, Maria Vincenza Capobianco. Brianna Elise Ellis. Jonathan Saul Julian Kingsley. Mitchell Robert McMillan. Wan Ting Tang. For admission to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics, Lian Chen. Michael Christopher Ian Davey. Hedan Li. Tao Hong Li. Minzhi Liang. Jingyi Liu. Xinjie Liu. 伊磊刘、惠平卢、Philippa Jane Mackie Meyer, Yi Qi, Ai Yokoyama, Bo Jing Zhang, Ziwei Zhang, For admission to the degree of Master of Art Curatorship, Amy Elizabeth Board, Susanna Britt, Yipei Lo, Margaret Olivia Sheehan, Siobhan Tamazine Yvette Sloper, Ziyue Tang, Jake Adam Tracy, Tiange Yang, For admission to the degree of Master of Arts, Mark Bonaventura, Leslie Ellen Champion, Jessica Margot Lamb, Harriet Ma, For admission to the degree of Master of Arts and Cultural Management, Jacob Mark Canale, Yan Chen, Ella Amelia Doonan, Luis Felipe Ferra Garcia, Yu Hao Geng, Xiaojia Guo, Jia He, Xiaoming Li, Anna Mireia Linardi. Wenjing Liu. Xiaolin Liu. Daniel Joseph Kwaliszewski. Erika Blair Rasmussen. Wenjin Sung. Joanna Louise Steinler. Ying Sun. Jiwei Wang. Yihui Wei. Kate Elizabeth Wijayasinghe. Chu Yao Wu. Xinyi Xu. Yao Xu. Shuo Zhang. Li Zheng. Qiu Yizhu. For admission to the degree of Master of Creative Writing, Publishing and Editing, Joshua Duncan. Su Zheng Kim. For admission to the degree of Master of Criminology, Jinhua Kimberly Aoyong. Beverly Xuemin Chia. Raffaella Cresciani. Pearl Liu. Stephanie Francis Newland. Carly Elizabeth Parkinson. Andrea Louise Petrie. Gihan Davinda Sinanayake. For admission to the degree of Master of Cultural Material Conservation, Rosemary Louise Gooden. Margaret Ann Smith. Lois Eileen Waters. For admission to the degree of Master of Development Studies, Sandhya Nilmini Gunawardana Abesekara. Lakshmi Amalia. Ingrid Edith Arotoma Rojas. Haja Nur Atira binti Awang Uthman. James Lachlan Broom. Nina Evayanti. Laura Fitzhenry. Sitara Ruini Gamage. Nipurni Prasansa Gunatilake. Yingqiao Huang. Haruka Kaburagi. Maman. Sanjiwani Dilukshika Marasinga. Pia Rom Orm. Fatima Hamna Sharif. Kartik Sundaram. Eva Marina Thiel. Ariuna Tumuatugo. For admission to the degree of Master of Global Media Communication, Deborah Natalia Aritonang. Gopika Bindu Nair. Qi Chu. Jin Dai. Meng Hui Dai. Yifan Dai. Lyle Franklin Durkin. Siyu Fan. Rui Feng. Sophie Olivia Foley Freeman. Yang Gao. 印高。Septa Inigo Patria Gunarso. Kun Guo. Matthew Guy. Christopher Leslie Harms. Yongxin He. Yurun He. Nan Hu. An Qihua. Wei Yeji. Jing Tongjian. Yi Jiang. Shuai Li. Wen Di Li. Xia Yi Li. Xin Yang Li. Yun Li. Hai Ruo Liu. Meng Xuan Liu. Qian Liu. Zheng Qi Liu. Francesca Corazon Maron. Caitlin Etne McGrain. Wan Yi Miao. Divya Marie Rocha. Yi Han Shi. Giuliarti Sianturi. Li Jun Tan. Huang Min Van Vo. Ding Yi Wang. 景景王、李李王、双王、杨谢、范阳、小费阳、应修阳、信义银、圆圆、开地增、石架赵、习字作、For admission to the degree of Master of International Relations, Erlinda Kurotu Aina. James Thomas Alexander. Laura Elizabeth Berthold. Zi Kai Bi. Abdul Razak Kangara. Adam John Carroll. Teresia Hanni Christiania. Lily Forrest Craig. Eloise Sheena Catherine Dolan. Dove Ulrika Victoria Eriksson. Ala Hassanein. Aris Robert Huang. Tsung Huang. Yiting Huang. Nicholas William Morton Jarman. Ada Kapetanovic. Fiona Nicole Kix. Kelly Rose Ann Klöster. Hari Conchada. 信一林。Laura Dan Law. Leah Van Marcel. Tina Janice Malgeri. Elizabeth Therese McCann. Alexandra Kate McMillan. Merani. Jonathan Darcy Mitchell. Liam Maloney. Mari Olwen Buchanan Robertson. Chris Adam Shrimpton. Pragustian Diniato Prakasa Sumantri. Yi Tsung Tang. Mohammad Reza Wardi. Casey Rose Williams. Georgia Wingham. Felicity Catherine Young. Jiewei Zhang. For admission to the degree of Master of Journalism, Krati Garg. Andrew Thomas Hazel. Emily Robin Doveton Kay. For admission to the degree of Master of Marketing Communications, Madeline Albright. Vivek Ashok Chandrika. Joseph Galani Brea. Le Chang. Yi Chen. Ying Qi Chen. Krish Chaudhry. Sophie Louise Cressel. Xin Jingdu. Tanvi Shalane Goklani. 彭慧兰 Alicia Su-Yin Lee. Jia Qi Li. Liu Li. Jie Liang. Yue Qi Liao. Kaylee Liu. Ke Ma. Jian Zhen Mao. Johanna Helen McNichol. Alexander Ubridge Egan. Alexandra Ristic. Madeline Rose. Guo Tang. Yi Tang. Annie Tesher. Alexa Viani. Hui Ting Wang. Ming Ying Wang. Samantha Wai-San Wong. Xin Yi Wu. Qian Xu. Yang Zheng. Xiaofei Zhou. He Ran Zhu. Hua Ping Zhu. For admission to the degree of Master of Public Administration, Enhanced, Ida Agustina. Aksa Ali. Dera Eharlina. David Ángel Grandes Carrusco. Rebecca Ann McParland. For admission to the degree of Master of Public Policy and Management, Alice Louise Arendt. James Buchili Douglas. Han Han Ediamsia. Benjamin Fourniotis. Yifei Gong. Benjamin Nicholas Goff. Yi Kun Ho. Harry Stefano Costas. Yan Li. Marie Jacqueline Crystal Li Tai Tsa. Chao Fan Liu. Shao Song Liu. Ya Qi Liu. Naran Munkbat. Fadia Dandia Nilasari. Jackson Nicholas Reynolds. Felipe Ross Correa. Emma Claire Scular. Xin Tan. Yong Zhi Tan. Ben Jai Townsend. Henry Wallace. Meng Nao Wang. Wei Ru Wang. Matthew Woodruff. Yi Rongwu. Chang Xu. Mian Mian Zhuang. For admission to the degree of Master of Publishing and Communications, Sarah Rachel Blake. Emma Brahaney. Juliana Chincota. Stephanie Claire Connell. Lillian Lay. Emily Jane Ma, Stephanie Elise Reardon, Amy Margaret Robson, Rebecca Christine Selvaraja, Gabrielle Claire Sabir Singh, Anna Kate Skidmore, Lauren Nicole Smith, Venisa Chayono, Samuel van der Plank, Madison Faith Wallace, for admission to the degree of Master of Social Policy, Tamara Anastasia Bakia, Amber Renee Galjour, Tong Wei Hu, Vivian Lei, Kaylee Jade Moyman, Jordan Paul Miller, Mika Ann Perkins, for admission to the degree of Master of Translation, Jieyi Chen, Yunjia Luo, Yue Mang, Xia Yang, Li Zhou, Xinyi Xu,
I call again on Professor Gary McPherson.
Chancellor, I present to you these candidates for admission to the following master degrees.
for admission to the Graduate Certificate in Voice Studies, Rebecca Kmit, for admission to the Graduate Diploma in Voice Studies, Laura Amy Farrell, for admission to the degree of Master of Arts and Community Practice, Sean Austin McPhillips, for admission to the degree of Master of Contemporary Art, Julia Boros,
Celia, congratulations.
Kylie Thorpe.
Congratulations.
For admission to the degree of Master of Dance, Chelsea Byrne.
Congratulations, Chelsea.
Nadine Melisha Dimitrievich.
Congratulations.
Joel Wayne Fenton.
Joel, congratulations.
For admission to the degree of Master of Fine Arts, Karina Babette Berndt.
Congratulations.
Raymond John Carter.
Congratulations, Raymond.
Youjia Lu. Akihiro Okumura.
Congratulations, Akihiro.
For admission to the degree of Master of Music, Stephanie Jewel Greenwood.
Stephanie, congratulations.
Evan James Hopkins.
Congratulations, Evan.
Lydia Ya-Tsi Lim.
Congratulations.
Leonie Kate O'Donnell.
Congratulations.
Michelle Ruth Reeves.
Congratulations.
Alexandra Mari Velasco Svoboda.
Congratulations.
Victoria Jane Wood.
Congratulations, Victoria.
For admission to the degree of Master of Producing, Ryan Vincent O'Gorman.
Congratulations.
Ruby Rose Thomas.
Congratulations.
Carl Walker.
Congratulations.
For admission to the degree of Master of Screenwriting, Thomas John Atkin.
Congratulations, Thomas.
Clementine Bastow.
Congratulations, Clementine.
Juan Andres Bonilla Sanchez.
Congratulations.
Marisa Brown.
Congratulations.
Fiona Buller.
Congratulations.
Christine Karen Davey.
Christine, congratulations.
Luis Felipe Fanti.
Yes, congratulations.
Damien Hill.
Congratulations.
Emily Josephine Lentini.
Congratulations.
Wilson Shanshung Liu.
Yes, congratulations.
Juliette Nicole Porter.
Congratulations, Juliet.
Evrim Sen. Nicholas Allen Seymour.
Congratulations.
Brianne Sykes.
Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Thomas, Alexandra and Shimona from Melbourne Conservatorium of Music performing Haydn's Andaventa. Would you please join me in welcoming them to the stage?
Ja, fette ja, ja, fette ja, ja, fette ja, ich fall euch bei, das Lebenstorheit einerlei und ich ein Teil notwendig sei. Ja, fette ja, ja, ich fall euch bei, das Lebenstorheit einerlei und ich ein Tor notwendig sei. Vetter, ja, ich fall euch bei, Vetter, 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 ja, ich fall euch bei, ich fall euch bei. Ich sei nun aber, was ich sei, ist Lebenstorheit einerlei. So wie ist, mir ist sehr wohl, sehr wohl, sehr wohl, sehr wohl. So wie ist, mir ist sehr wohl dabei. Ich sei nun aber, was ich sei, ist Lebenstorheit einerlei. So wie es mir ist, sehr wohl dabei. Mir ist sehr wohl, sehr wohl, sehr wohl, sehr wohl. So wie es mir ist, sehr wohl dabei. Ja, fette ja, ja, fette ja. Ja, Vetter, ja, ich fall euch bei, das Lebenstorheit einerlei und ich ein Tor notwendig sei. Ja, Vetter, ja, 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 Vetter, Vetter, ja. Ich sei nun aber, was ich sei, ist Lebenstorheit einerlei. So wie ist, mir ist sehr wohl dabei, sehr wohl, sehr wohl. So wie ist, mir ist sehr wohl dabei. So wie ist, mir ist sehr wohl. Sehr wohl dabei. Mir ist sehr wohl dabei. So wie es mir ist sehr wohl dabei.
On your behalf, ladies and gentlemen, I thank Thomas, Alexandra and Shimona for their performance. I will now receive the candidates for admission to doctoral degrees and call again on Professor Janet Hurt to present the candidates for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, I present to you these candidates for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Vanessa Alford, who explored the capacity of the World Health Organisation's ICF framework to capture key features of the health experience of Indigenous Australians. She found that an expanded version of the framework is needed for health professionals to develop a more complete understanding of the health experience of Indigenous Australians. Vanessa Alford.
Vanessa, congratulations.
Arti Apana, who examined older workers' perceptions of an age-friendly organisational culture. She found 8 factors that contributed to cultural change and that perceptions of age-friendliness differed by groups. This innovative study offers a new conceptual framework and provides a practical means for organisations to better accommodate older workers. Arti Apana.
Congratulations.
Adam Philip Joseph Beale, who studied the stability and instability of the continental lithosphere with computational models. He examined the conditions that allow the cooler rocks of the lithosphere to founder into the Earth's convecting mantle and explained how some regions can remain stable for billions of years. Adam Philip Joseph Beale.
Adam, congratulations.
Jennifer Louise Bibb, who investigated the role of group singing in mental health recovery. She identified a new concept termed musical recovery, which provides a framework for understanding consumers' changing relationships with music. This study offers support for the use of music as a health resource for people living with mental illness. Jennifer Louise Bibb.
Jennifer, congratulations.
Agnesa Brazin, who investigated the way customers and waiters address each other in the restaurants of 5 regions of Italy. Analysing formal and informal language use in these types of social interaction, her study provides a unique and detailed insight into the contemporary cultures of northern, central and southern Italy. Agnesa Brazin.
Congratulations.
Liam James Byrne, who examined the political culture of the Victorian Labor Party 1901 to 21. He reconstructed the rich debates around class, gender, socialism and democracy, establishing also how these drove political change. His work also developed a new model to understand labour movement culture, valuable for research in other places and times. Liam James Byrne.
Liam, congratulations.
Alison Miranda Carroll, who investigated the impact of Soviet socialist realist art in the Asia-Pacific region. She demonstrated that Soviet innovations in artistic ideology and practice influenced the organisation, style and subject matter of visual art across a wide geographic area to an extent not previously recognised. Alison Miranda Carroll.
Alison, congratulations.
Christopher Glenn Edwards, who examined William Carlos Williams's poems through the framework of posthumanism. He overturned orthodox views of Williams's poetry, arguing that for the poet there was no tension between materialism and humanistic values. Rather, the two were intertwined and continuous, producing a humanistic ethos premised on democracy, charity and empathy. Christopher Glenn Edwards.
Christopher, congratulations.
Saha Rumhor, who examined the desire to unveil Muslim women. Demanding Muslim women unveil is a symptom of a largely Western desire to reveal knowledge of the other to secure itself. Examining images, policy and political discourse using psychoanalysis, she contributed to an understanding of the violence of a post-9/11 world. Saha Humho. Wewan Masudi, who analysed the crafting of political legitimacy in Indonesia's decentralised transitional democracy, examining Joko Widodo's mayoralty in Solo. He finds Widodo forged legitimacy through inclusive leadership that addressed public needs without challenging elite interests. The broader resonance of this approach is evident in Widodo's subsequent election as president in 2014. Wewan Masudi.
Congratulations, well done. Thank you.
Tobias Ross McCorkle, who re-examined works of blank fiction from Australia and the United States and found that the themes of sex, narcissism and disconnection continue to resonate with contemporary youth culture. The thesis also contains an excerpt from a blank fiction novel, Barely Anything, a creative investigation of youth culture in Melbourne. Tobias Ross McCorkle.
Tobias, congratulations, well done.
Siti Dawinda Mohamed Pero, who examined the role of political leadership as a driver in the process of regional community building in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the European Union. She found that a comprehensive approach that incorporates political will, the capacity of individual leaders, state capacity, legitimacy and summitry yields a deeper understanding of political leadership in regional bodies. Siti Dawinda Mohamed Pero.
Congratulations, well done.
Janina Moreira Figueira, who investigated new versions of sexual expression developing on the internet. She explores how the online pornographic market reconfigures sexual desire and commercial transactions. Her study opens the way for a new understanding of the transforming relationship between communication technologies, intimate labour and global market forces. Janina Moreira Figueira.
Congratulations, well done.
Isabella Heidi Offner, who completed a study of Tibetan women's life writing in exile. She showed that the narrative produced by women challenged the male-dominated official historiography of Tibet. Her study brings a unique insight into the role of women in the Tibetan resistance and national history. Isabella Heidi Offner.
Isabella, congratulations, well done.
Georgina Therese Perry, who investigated the role of literary journalism in the communication of psychological science. She proposed a new model of the relationship between journalism and the discipline of psychology. Her study has important implications for understanding how psychological research is interpreted, critiqued, and circulated in the public realm. Georgina Therese Perry.
Georgina, congratulations, well done.
James William Petty, who investigated the association of homelessness with crime through discourse, representation, space and politics. His thesis showed how this association acts as the key means of stigmatisation and social marginalisation of people experiencing homelessness and shapes how homelessness is encountered, regulated and criminalised in the City of Melbourne. James William Petty.
James, congratulations, well done.
Qasim Sharif, who investigated the way journalists in Pakistan understand climate change. He found that no national information sources on climate change exist, and journalists use the Western news agenda to produce local climate change stories. The thesis develops a theory of transnational risk journalism crucial for international scholarly debates. Qasim Sharif.
Congratulations. Well done.
Simone Ann Slee, who investigated the neologism ab function through her sculptural installation practice. She found that ab function could account for unexpected outcomes as it moves away from function in the production and end effect of an artwork. This insight revises current understandings of the dematerialised art object. Simone Ann Slee.
Simone, congratulations. Well done.
Felicity Kate Strong, who investigated the issues surrounding art forgery and changing attitudes towards its perceived significance. She argued that forged works of art are increasingly becoming a legitimate focus of study, acquisition and display by cultural organisations, and demonstrated that there can be educational benefits from the scholarly exhibition of art forgery. Felicity Kate Strong.
Felicity, congratulations. Well done.
Thomas Robert Wells, who examined meanings of the word democracy amongst activists and aid agencies in Myanmar. His research reveals deeply diverging narratives about the vision of democracy itself and the problem democracy is intending to solve. His findings represent new challenges for aid organisations and governments seeking to promote democracy around the world. Thomas Robert Wells.
Congratulations. Well done.
Zuhe Zhang, who contributed a framework for Bayesian inference under formal guarantees of differential privacy. His results include effects of Bayesian network structure on utility and privacy. In another area of network analysis, he provided a combination of theoretical and empirical results on enumeration of network structures in lattice models. Zuhe Zhang.
Well done. I call on once more on Associate Professor Lynch to introduce Jonathan Kingsley, who has kindly agreed to deliver the valedictory speech. English.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Jonathan Kingsley. Thank you.
Okay. Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honour to speak on behalf of my outgoing class of EMA students and everybody graduating here tonight. My path to the Executive Master of Arts was a little different. Where many of my cohort had been arts undergraduates, I'd previously come from a business degree at another university. And whilst I'd enjoyed that experience, I was left with the feeling that I was only really scratching the surface of what I wanted to achieve in a university education. I did a few arts electives during that business degree, and I found them so much more juicy and challenging than my business disciplines. So accordingly, I entered the EMA, a course that would satisfy my thirst for the arts, whilst also building practical management and leadership skills. However, despite my eagerness, in an age typified by 140-character tweets and short-form media, choosing to study the arts felt something akin to swimming upstream. As the world seemingly moves towards shallower modes of thinking, and at a time when funding for the arts is seriously neglected, choosing to study the arts was a conscious doubling down on the values of critical and creative thinking. And looking back, it's a choice that I'm really glad I made. Throughout the course, I was challenged, my ideas and understandings of the world were challenged, and my mind was open to new career paths and opportunities for personal growth. In particular, I've developed a passion for social enterprise and ways that business models can be leveraged for positive change. I'd like to now say a special thank you to our course coordinator, Associate Professor Sarah Wills. Sarah is one of those incredible people that can have a million amazing projects on the go, yet still have a lot of time for everyone. I was lucky enough to have Sarah and also our Dean for a unit called 10 Great Books towards the end of my studies. And it was a unit where we were treated to a different expert each week, studying the big books, the great ideas. We were studying the Quran, Darwin, Orwell, Marx, Hobbes's Leviathan. In short, it was a study of big ideas, and it was a class that took me into new disciplines and new types of critique. To my surprise, and possibly my lecturers, at one point I found myself writing an essay on why Wuthering Heights should be understood as a manifesto for free love. I'd also like to thank the rest of the EMA teaching staff. The calibre of academic leadership and the material we covered during the course created an experience that I'll always treasure. Finally, though, I'm most grateful for the incredible friendships that we've developed during the EMA amongst a diverse community of inspiring leaders and thinkers. Congratulations to everyone here tonight on graduating. I look forward to seeing what exciting things our growing alumni achieves over the coming years. Thank you.
On behalf of you all, ladies and gentlemen, I thank Jonathan Kingsley for his valedictory speech. This concludes the proceedings of the degree conferring ceremony. On behalf of the university and the faculties here today, I have much pleasure in inviting you to join us in celebration on the South Lawn, which is adjacent to the old Arts building. Thank you.